When I tell people that we're working in Iraq, often they think of the conflict and the violence and the horrors that we've all seen in the news. This is a country that for generations has had a really rich history of religious pluralism and diversity. It was the cradle of civilization. Unfortunately, when ISIS came in 2014, it completely destroyed that hope for so many. The Yezidi community was decimated. The Christian community was given 48 hours to completely leave their ancient homeland overnight. And so entire communities that had survived for generations were now being forced out of Iraq. So hardwired is the idea that really we're all hardwired to be free, and that our most fundamental freedom is our freedom of conscience. Our ability to live out the dictates of our own conscience and to live in accordance with our values. That's what we're all about. Pluralism, for us, is where communities can actively engage one another across their deepest differences, where they don't have to look and sound the same, where they can have differences and yet still be united and be peaceful and coexist. We started working with teachers from many different religious communities who had fled and who would one day return. And those teachers are an inspiration to us every day, because when ISIS was defeated, the hate remained and their schools were violent and it wasn't safe for them, but they were able to go back in and start that process of rebuilding. We began training teachers in our pedagogy and in our teacher training program to understand pluralism, to understand the freedom of religion or belief for all people, to understand human dignity, and to understand, most importantly, how to help children that had been taught to hate, how to overcome those feelings and replace them with feelings of respect and love and a deep sense of dignity and freedom for one another. Hardwired's program is built around a simulation using fruit, and it's called Fruitopia. When we give fruit to a child, they're able to see that on the outside this fruit might look different, but on the inside, the apples and the oranges and the pineapples, they all have seeds. They're all the same on the inside. And so after going through this simulation, they're able to really look at it in the context of what it means to be a human being. That on the outside we have different beliefs, we have different cultures, different ways of expressing ourselves and our beliefs, but on the inside, we're human beings. We have a heart, we have emotions, we have a brain, we have a conscience, and we need to live according to those things inside of us that make us who we are. What's so amazing about the work that we've been doing in Iraq is that these children have never seen a model of pluralism. They've never seen an example of religious freedom. For so much of their lives, for generations, they've seen people killing each other and being violent over their differences. And so this is the first time where we see communities say that they have hope for their future and that there's a way forward. In countries like Lebanon and Kosovo, the government has invited us to train all of their teachers. They want to replicate what's happened in Iraq in their communities. We're so excited about the seeds of peace and freedom and dignity that are being planted in Iraq and how it's bearing fruit, not just there, but around the world.